All right, we're chilling on the B stream, the B for Better stream. We're hanging out. We have some last second weirdness going on because a match is taking an incredibly long time. So we're going to hang out on B stream and see what happens with the warm-ups and ban phase. We may or may not be kicking it back over to the A stream after this for them to complete it if this match doesn't start before that one ends. But for now, we're hanging out on B stream. I'm solo. We're chilling. It's Carolina versus Nevada in the losers bracket, and it is the something seed versus the something else seed. It is the 8 seed versus 19 seed. One of the wider spread of seeds in this round you're gonna see. Thanks to Georgia upsetting Carolina last week in winners bracket, sending them down. So now you get a pretty interesting matchup on paper. This is, I actually think, maybe a little more interesting than it looks at first glance, because this Nevada team is not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but Carolina should be pretty heavily favored. I mean, if you assume that Will Cookie, Rhythmic RS, and whoever else are playing at their expected levels, Carolina has a much higher skill cap. But this one's chilling. This is, in fact, my first match on in this stage, so gonna get my first taste of this pool in a match. Quarterfinals definitely raising the difficulty a fair bit. But in the meantime, we do have Minnesota versus Illinois over on the A stream. That one is at 4-3 currently. Minnesota in the lead. Illinois looking like they are about to tie it up at 4-4. So that one is going pretty crazy. Very, very slow-paced, methodical sort of match, but you can see why when you consider how closely matched those two teams appear to be based on how that match has gone so far. I guess we are just kind of hanging out. Carolina waiting on another player for the lone warm-up it appears we're going to be seeing. And then we will go to the warm-up here. This is Will Cookie, Rhythmic RS, Abba, Hates, Chain, Sketch, and Filipino. I feel like you have to yell it because it's in all caps. Aerodite? I don't know. Aerodite? Pam QP? These guys have hard to pronounce names. What is going on? Beaver, Orange Goose, Doggy, and Spyrosh on the side of Nevada. Orange Goose, the artist formerly known as Orange Juice. I need somebody to tell me if I'm supposed to pronounce Aerodite like, you know, Aphrodite, where it would be Aerodite, or if it's just Aerodite. I'm not sure. Somebody find me the information. I am begging. And Nevada. No, it's Nevada. I don't care. Nevada. Nevada. How about Nevada? Let's make it a long A. Yeah, so interesting spot here for Carolina, as mentioned. One of the earliest high seed upsets we've seen. Number 8 seed losing in the round of 16 to a very good performance from Georgia. They've got themselves a pretty decent losers bracket if they can play to expectations. They've got Nevada here, and then they've got the winner of Michigan versus Kansas. So those are on paper a couple of matches that are super, super winnable. And then they would face the loser of the Texas-New York quarterfinal that's coming tomorrow. And that would probably be it for them in all likelihood. Texas, New York, 2 of the overall tournament favorites. New York kind of somewhat underseeded. They're down at the number 7 seed, setting up that matchup a little earlier than we maybe would have liked it to be. But we'll see if Carolina can at least get a couple wins on the board here. Salvage, you know, a top 12 or thereabouts. Looking like living up to their seed will be difficult, but top 12 doable. Nevada, on the other hand, you know, this is where their seed would expect them to be, the 19th seed. You get through that first 2-week period, and then you just kind of have to put your best foot forward and hope for the best a little bit, because you are most likely, on paper, fairly weaker than your opponent in this stage. But definitely a little unlucky to have gotten an 8 seed in the loser's bracket already. We do have a pretty close battle here. Minnesota, Illinois on their 9th map. Oh, it's a full reset from Minnesota. Illinois looking like they might have a break point in their sights here on free mod 2 late in the match. It would be the first break point and possibly only break point of that match. And these guys picked a pretty long warm-up, so it's taken up a decent amount of time. They're halfway through their map there. All right, and we are through our warm-up. Which means we're going into the bands. We'll see what we get out of our band phase. Looks like Nevada did win the roll, so they'll have choice of first or second picker band. They're gonna go, well, yeah, but do you want first or second picker? Picking second band order is great, but which do you want, brother? That's gonna be, wow, wait, these guys just opted into first band. Who does that? Nobody does that. All right, well, I'll give Carolina can get second pick and second ban. I don't know if you're really worried about that in this particular matchup if you're Carolina, but you never want to overlook any opponent. So, like, you're going to take every little bit of advantage you can get. I assume you just opt into second ban here, or second pick here. I'm not entirely sure why you would voluntarily go first ban. I feel like first or second pick, you know, there's discussions to be had for which you go, but I'm pretty sure second ban is just universally optimal. And Illinois has taken a break point, by the way, so they have the opportunity to close out that match. And in that case, I believe we may just have that match on the other stream, since this one has not even started yet. It would miss a couple moments of warm-up and ban phase, but we're going to play this by ear a little bit here. And yeah, Will Cookie gonna opt second pick, so second ban and second pick for Carolina. They got everything they wanted without having to do anything. Fair enough. It's going to be Nevada first banning the Hidden One. No surprise there against Carolina, of course. Will Cookie, one of the best hidden players out there. Kind of a hidden tech, Hidden One pick. Don't want to give that option to this Carolina team. Not actually sure what Carolina bans against Nevada. I don't know that there's a ton of maps that they're going to be super concerned about, so it might just be banning on, you know, like comfort levels. Carolina will surely ban a map eventually. Gonna be Hard Rock 3, the ban for Carolina. So Yo-Yo Kokon, that is the Hard Rock alt pick. One of the longer maps in the pool, so if you don't want to have to deal with kind of that consistency alt skill set, makes sense to remove that. Hidden 3-second ban from Nevada, no real surprise there either. It's just double hidden bans against Will Cookie and Co. Minute 48 of just kind of snappy AR8 aim. Kind of anticipated that one. And last pick, Carolina. I mean, if it's another Hard Rock, they could ban like Paradise Inferno, or they could ban like just an RNG sort of pick if they wanted to ban like Fremod 3, or I don't know, Nomad 3 maybe. I'm not hip to the vibe of this Carolina team's weaknesses. And by the way, Minnesota getting closer and closer to forcing tiebreaker. So it looks like that match is just going to go the full distance. It's going to be a 90-minute long best of 11. As we await the final Carolina ban, it is going to be another Hard Rock ban. It's double HR bans. Hard Rocks 2 and 3. Mushi no Sumu Tokoro, the Camellia. The short little Hard Rock. So it's just double Hard Rock bans for Carolina, double hidden bans for Nevada. And first pick will be going over to the Nevada side, as Minnesota does indeed force tiebreaker. So that is gonna be a pretty intense one. Minnesota, Illinois. I don't know that necessarily expected Illinois to take that one to tiebreaker, but they got the first break point, and Minnesota had to clutch it out at the end. It's really going into our second tiebreaker of the weekend already. 5-5. Winner of that will face Pennsylvania tomorrow afternoon. Another backcountry sighting. First one was Oklahoma taking it over Arizona. We'll see if Illinois can pull off the second upset of the week. Pretty close seed-wise, 20 versus 23, but there you are. And we're going to go Nomad 2 first pick here as we get things going. It will be our small circle flow aim Nomad 2. 2 minutes, 28 seconds, 156 BPM at circle size 8.9. Call this Osu for ants. We love the tiny little circles to start off the match. This is a crazy skill set to first pick, I feel. I, for one, cannot imagine first picking CS 8.9. But, you know, if you are comfortable and confident with it by some miracle, then by all means. Question here is, does Carolina have a third member? We kind of troll. It's been 20 minutes of this, and we still have not actually seen a third player from Carolina. We've seen Rhythmic RS, and we've seen Will Cookie, and that is it. Okay, there is Hey It's Shane, so they do in fact have a third player. So in we go. First pick of the match. It is Will Cookie, Rhythmic RS, Hey It's Shane against Beaver, Orangoose, and Doggy for Nevada. See how this one fares. Nevada looking for, I just said their name 2 different ways and it's like 6 words apart. That's awesome. We're going to see how they can fare, looking for a big seed upset. Or if Carolina can kind of right the ship after not starting off so great with that loss last week. We have a couple early breaks from Beaver, but Rhythmic RS is going to trade it out. So basically even. There goes Shane, there goes Doggy, Beaver again. And it is Will Cookie versus Orangoose, but that accuracy gap between those two is huge. 3% in favor of Will Cookie. Breaks aplenty all over the place. There goes Doggy and Beaver again, as well as Shane. So that lead is going to start to go a little bit more Carolina's way. Will Cookie gonna hold off Orangoose just fine, and Rhythmic RS providing some backing combo as well, up over 330. He does find a miss, so it's just a 1v1 on the board now. It's Will Cookie versus Orangoose, but look at that score gap. It is 100k, and there goes Orangoose, and that's right in the middle, which is never good. Will Cookie now can just take this map over all by himself. He is gonna have 1v3 on his mind if Nevada continues to struggle with this map the way they have through the first half. 86 AC on Beaver, another drop from Doggy. Unfortunately, Will Cookie will fall, but not before establishing a 180,000 point lead in favor of Team Carolina. It's basically a reset in favor of Nevada here. Beaver on 300 combo, Orangoose on 200, Doggy on 100 and change, and there's another break from Hey It's Shane, so this lead is going to start to dwindle a bit. A quarter of the map still to go. Beaver and Orangoose do need to hold. But as long as they continue the way they've been going, this should go on over. The accuracy not doing Nevada any favors. 88 AC on Beaver, 92 AC on Doggy. Meanwhile, 96 on Rhythmic RS, 97 on Will Cookie. Hey, it's Shane a bit struggling, but there go Beaver and Doggy. It's just Orangoose left, and Will Cookie and Rhythmic RS have enough combo to hold that off by themselves. Not by themselves, in the 2v1. That's literally in their favor. But it's going to be Carolina coming into the ending here with a 100k lead, and that is going to be an opening point for the number 8 seed here in this matchup. It is going to be a break point to start off proceedings by 157,000. And that is well done to Carolina. The 607k from Will Cookie really doing a lot of work. Orangoose doing his best, 532k, but looking around at some of these other scores, really not what you would want to see. Sub 250k from both Beaver and Doggy, so just no backing support for Orangoose. Rhythmic RS at that 400k, making a fair amount of difference as well, despite Hey It's Shane at 168k. Fortunately, did not end up harming his team with that performance, and that's an opening break point. So advantage Carolina, who already started. You start with the second band's second pick, break point on the first map of the match. Very, very good for you to start off in that fashion. And over on the other stream, we're coming down to the wire here on the tiebreaker. It is about 140k lead for Minnesota. Not a whole lot of time left, and they have a goodly amount of combo on both sides. But this looks like it should be Minnesota holding on. It is just the slow ending of Backcountry.
Hello, hello.
And we are going to be joined by Hubba, who I actually thought was playing the tiebreaker in that match.
I also thought so.
But he didn't end up playing the tiebreaker in that match. So we're going to be joined by Hubba for Carolina, Nevada here after coming up just short, sadly. And Minnesota going to close it out by 140k. Bit of a shame.
Yeah, just a hair. Happens. But catch me up to speed here, T1G. What are the bands? What are we cooking?
Have not missed a whole lot yet. Nevada double band hidden as you do against Carolina. Carolina double band hard rock. 1 and 3 the hidden bands, 3 and 2 the hard rock bands. They're in chat as well, I think. Nevada first pick, Nomad 2 lost it. Carolina up the early break point here, their own first pick to come. They do have Hidden 2 left if they want to early opt into Hidden or anything else. I would also expect them to go into Speed in this matchup if they feel comfortable with it, because those are both skill sets I think they're pretty advantaged on.
For sure. Oh, Fremont 1 going to be coming out from Carolina, which making a lot of sense. This reading team, Will Cookie's on that team. Can I expect him to pull off some magic here?
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of reading left up in this pool, but Fremont 1 definitely is an option.
And with this, we're going to be seeing if Nevada has done their practice here. Another one where Hiddens have been banned against a reading team. Dumb Server has been left open. And perhaps a bit more of a gamble pick for them if they did choose to practice it, which I would imagine so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Carolina, you're just opting into this because you have like one of the better reading players. Kind of in like early to mid stages of tournaments in general, right? Will Cookie is just going to be so good.
Yeah.
I wonder if we get any weird mods too, because we saw some crazy overmods from Georgia, going like easy and flashlight and hidden and like everything else. So not entirely sure what to expect going forward after that one.
Yeah, we're seeing the Nevada roster come out. That's gonna be Beaver, Orange Juice, and Doggy. Doggy, I believe, being the standout hidden player for that team on Nevada's side. I would imagine filling here as well. The most common mod selections we've seen has been the easy, uncertain players and double hard rock, if not as comfortable on that reading.
Got a player asking if he can play easy instead of hidden by itself, which no. You can play easy hidden, however, because that does count, because that has the hidden on it. So you could do that, but can't play easy by itself unless you have 2 other unique mods. So you could go like easy with a hidden and a hard rock, or easy with a hidden and a flashlight. That would work.
We simply cannot allow you to see these circles.
Yeah, no circles. I mean, if somebody wants to play hard rock on this map, they're welcome to. I just don't know that it really... I don't know how much hard rock does on a pick like this, to be honest.
5 versus 7. The difference between playing a map with easy and map from 2009.
Well, we've got 1 hidden, 1 hard rock, Will Cookie, Rhythmic RS, Abba on the Nomad. Hidden on Beaver, hard rock on Doggy. Wow, they're boring in this match, bro. Come on. This is so lame. Like, where's my flashlights? Where's my easy flashlight or my easy hidden or something? Come on, bros. So Abba, I think, probably has actually no fail on. Not that it really matters, because as long as you have 1 player with no fail, it's like whatever.
Yeah, happens. And no surprises here in the early goings. We're going to be seeing Beaver drop the first couple of breaks. Maybe his plan was to play that easy, but on the contrary, Carolina side, Will Cookie still holding on to that hidden SS. Abba, though, trading Beaver's breaks, Orange Juice, Doggy, Rhythmic RS, Cookie, 2D2.
Yeah, Abba looking considerably more comfortable with this than Beaver, though, who's down at 89 AC and breaks again, as does Doggy. Abba's still up at the 99, so it's just a one little miss. Meanwhile, Will Cookie and Rhythmic RS just chilling, man. They're having themselves a good old time. Maybe that Hard Rock is maybe they're onto something there with Rhythmic RS. He's looking all right.
Yeah, and Doggy's Hard Rock combo will be breaking as well. It's only Orange Juice on the side of Nevada. This 2v1 now, and Abba's recovery. Will Cookie gonna be finding the break as we get some transitions here. A couple of sneaky triples and stack tapping in this section. A lot of breaks from a lot of players, except for Orange Juice and Rhythmic RS now.
Kind of surprising to see Will Cookie falling on this, as well as Rhythmic RS goes down. Orange Juice, the only combo left in the entire match. Fortunately for Carolina, they do have that 150k lead, and there goes Orange Juice anyway, so any chance that he had it eating into that lead is now gone. And yeah, the perfect stacks in this are just nasty, as you can see. Players finding breaks aplenty, misreads. Oh, Orange Juice just misread that entire section. That was really tragic.
Yeah, the overlap section being the doom of a lot of these players. No combos on the board, which only favors Carolina's big near 200k lead. Surpassing at this point as we hit our final third here. Might just be sealed, packaged, and delivered with the lacks of combos.
Yeah, I don't see a lot that Nevada can really try to do here. Just not combo on anyone in a meaningful fashion. Even with Carolina struggling through a lot of this pick, there's just the door was never really open. They never had a real combo lead other than about 5 seconds of Orange Juice. Pretty solid. This is like this is a first pickable map for any strong gimmick team for this exact reason. Like, you just have to have a slightly higher degree of comfort, and you can win it by a very, very high margin.
As was our strategy. Shout out Carolina. We are one and the same gimmick rosters.
It's gonna be about 400k. That's gonna be a consolidated break point as well. Carolina have that 2-0 lead, starting things off very solidly. And it's going to be up to Nevada to try to come up with a good pick and then to try to find a break point somewhere in this match, because I don't know where their strength versus Carolina really is going to lie. I don't know what they're going to be advantaged in, so it's a tricky bit of strategy trying to sort that out.
Yeah, with the Hard Rocks being taken out, it's a bit of a shock to me. I mean, Carolina has a strong DT roster, but that has been Nevada's go-to a lot of the time. Is those DT picks having Champ on their team, who's been a standout aim player. Gonna be interesting to see. Obviously, you're going against Rhythmic RS. That's always going to be a bit scary, but stick to what you're used to would be what I imagine.
First pick Precision Nomad. Precision Hard Rock, of course, gone. Mm-hmm. They technically could go Hard Rock 1 if they wanted to. There is not a Precision free mod other than... No, there's not a Precision free mod at all. The smallest free mod circle size is 4.5, so not really a great option there. I don't know what the situation here is. Like, I really I just don't have a feel for what this team is capable of picking that would seem good into Carolina.
And they're gonna be opting for consistency aim. Fremont 3 being picked for maybe the first time. It's kind of uncommon.
This was picked. I know this has been picked at least once. This is the RNG pick.
Yeah.
This is just the RNG pick. It's like who can hit like the awkward 1/3 stream section, stream aim section. If you hit that, you probably win. That's all there is to this map. Like, how do I phrase this in a PC fashion? I don't feel that this type of map really suits tournament map pools because it doesn't really reward anything other than hitting one section of a 4.5 minute long song.
Yeah. And perhaps opting into something like this so early is a bit of a testament to like where they aren't sure what to pick. Oh, this one's kind of a gamble. Let's try this, you know? And of course they have strong players on the specific... I was getting it wrong. It's Spyrosh who's the hidden player for Nevada. He's going to be hopping in. And Doggy and Erudite, the two consistency players. Erudite being the captain, having big gains over the past year in his first time in the tournament last year. Interested to see how he performs here since he was a bit absent in the first 2 weeks.
We wait on the third member of Carolina, and then I don't know. There's just not much to this, right? It's just, you know, find mods you're comfortable on, which it should be fine because it's just not an uncomfortable map in terms of mod selections. It's CS4 Air 9.4, so like you want to play hidden on it, great. You want to play hard rock on it, great. No big deal. But it's just like you have to settle into the map, but you have to be able to concentrate throughout the entire thing because you don't want to just miss on nothing and then also miss on the hard part, or miss on nothing and then hit the hard part but have it be wasted. We'll see how it goes.
Gonna be Abba hopping back in the lobby. I would imagine back on the Nomad, taking a second to take a look at the hard part that his teammates are warning him about.
Let's find out. We go in. It's going to be Abba on the hard rock. Rhythmic RS going to switch over to the Nomad. Will Cookie, of course, still on his preferred hidden. Spyrosh, as you mentioned, going to go hidden. Doggy on the hard rock. Erudite on the Nomad. This, as you kind of alluded to, this is sort of that we are the lower seed. We are not expected to win this match. We're already down. And let's pick into something that just has a little bit more of an RNG factor and hope for the best type of situation, which works out here and there. It doesn't not work every time, but it also doesn't work every time. So it's really a big coin flip.
Yeah, and this one being one of the longer maps in the pools, the early misses shouldn't be too big of a problem, but definitely not a good sign to be missing on the significantly easier section of what's to come.
I forget the total max combo of this, but it is a lot. Let me see. Yeah, this is total. Well, it's only actually 1440. Despite being so long, it's just not super combo dense because of all the sliders, I guess. But it's still, yeah, missing early is still not going to be like a big deal. I mean, you're getting to the point where it will start to matter. You don't want to break in these Ki sections with the longer sliders, but it still isn't hard. We haven't gotten to anything difficult, and we're not really going to, other than the one diff spike for the most part. So we'll see how much combo everybody can build up. It's Doggy breaking it. Did he get slow slidered actually on that little slow hold slider?
Oh no.
I'm not positive, but that's what it looked like timing-wise. That's where it's going to start to matter a little bit, because you're 500 combo in, like, you're a third of the way through. Fortunately for Nevada, it's going to be Abba trading it.
Yeah, and Rhythmic RS, surprisingly, on that very high accuracy, finding the slider break there as well, and perhaps not fully easy. A lot of these sliders, like, if you aren't used to this style, can be a bit awkward to read, maybe. It's just like, oh, what, all these big things all in my face, you know? And then it's going to be 2-1 now. Doggy also slider breaking again. Just the two big combos on Erudite and Spyrosh, but the accuracy difference will be taking a moment to slide back to their side.
There goes Rhythmic RS again, though. Not able to build anything back up before his second break. Erudite, though, is going to trade it. And that is going to be advantage Carolina, as you mentioned, still with the accuracy lead. And you've got Will Cookie matching Spyrosh, but he's going to break on that little 1/3. That's not the hard one either. That's the easiest of the 1/3 patterns in the map, but it's going to catch him out. Spyrosh now has the opportunity to give Nevada a pretty sizable lead. As long as his teammates can just hold a little bit, he's got a big amount of combo on that FC.
Yeah, big combo and bigger sliders to boot, hitting this huge section here right before the solo to come and making a big splash to bring this lead up to near 50k for the Nevada side as Abba finds another break. Very small combos on everyone else except for himself. If he finds that break and everyone else holds the solo, it's going to be a bad time. Big chain miss for Erudite, going to be bringing this a bit closer, and there it is! The chain miss from Spyrosh, almost nearing it out, and Will Cookie and Rhythmic RS hold.
That was really, really bad for Spyrosh there. That was a gigantic chain miss. That was some, like, actual voice of God stuff. But there goes Will Cookie. Rhythmic RS, though, holds through the first harder part here. He's got a 450 combo. And that's going to be lead back over to Carolina as he continues to hold through this difficult section. Will he get through the end?
The final one. But it was enough to bring back the lead. The big chain misses from everyone. Nevada taking a lot more damage than Carolina did. And now 60k in their favor. No combos on any side other than Doggy, but his AC is so low it might not be enough to bring a comeback, especially with that break from Erudite and now himself.
Yeah, any chance that Nevada had was going to be reliant on Doggy holding on to that combo all the way into the ending and maybe some help from Carolina as well. And that help was not forthcoming. They weren't helping themselves, and they weren't being helped by their opponents either. And Carolina is going to escape with this one, man. That just a big misaim from Spyrosh really did a lot of damage, and then Nevada just struggling with the hard part of the map. Carolina keeping themselves out in front. Also, man, just look at the accuracy gap. 98, 99, high 94 on Abba with the hard rock versus 96, 90, I think 92, and 90... Yeah, 296s and a 92 versus a 98, a 99, and a 94. I mean, that helps out when the gap is only 70, 80k.
Yeah, but in terms of gamble picks, it couldn't get any more gambler than that. It was pretty close all up until that point. And a decent attempt from Nevada trying to get their first point on the board here. But Carolina going to be up 3 now, their pick next. And you would imagine it's going to be that open hidden.
Yeah, could well be hidden to the available option. They do have, like, plenty of tapping maps as well, or all of the tapping maps that are in the pool pretty much. I mean, you've got, Nomad 3, 4, 5, you've got DT 1, 2, 3, and not really 4, that doesn't really count as a tapping map, but plenty of options in that sort of skill set as well, whether it's speed or just tapping. But I do like I think the hidden 2 is a pretty reasonable one. I'm not thrilled about seeing it going back-to-back 4.5 minute long maps, but I think objectively speaking, it's a pretty good option for them. Yep, there you go.
And there it is, the CS1 Air 9 big density check.
Yeah, this one, not something you see every day. CS1 in the hidden pool. That is some, like you said, that's a pretty crazy density. A lot of slightly difficult aim and a slightly awkward BPM as well. I feel that it's kind of split between players who are comfy alting this and players who want to single tap it. So there's just that little bit of extra thought process that might go through it due to the BPM.
Yeah, and you do mention the length of it. Carolina being the higher seeded team, you would imagine the more consistent team. These longer maps going to be slightly favored to them, especially on one as consistent as this. There's not really a standout hard part of this map, I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's any... Not like a diff spike in this the way there is in 3x3.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our players. We'll cook in Rhythmic RS, Abba, Orange Juice, Doggy, and Spyrosh. Just chilling with these rosters for a lot of this. And what we did see, hey, it's Shane on the first map for Carolina, but this is going to be 3 maps in a row with the same 3-man squad for Carolina. And this is like just Will Cookie time. He is super, oh wow, he is super good at just consistency hidden. I mean, that's like his calling card.
Yeah, he S's every map with hidden for fun, just for the love of the game. So
Honestly, I can respect it. Just play Osu because you enjoy playing Osu, man. Although, I mean, what?
Oh.
Never mind. Never mind. I
Oh.
shouldn't have spent all that time talking him up.
yeah, that's gonna be a bit. Oh well. Oh
Nope.
well. Okay, I'll just let them settle this out real quick.
Yeah, this is actually this map is secretly Kami no Kotoba. Like low key, this map is Kami no Kotoba.
Okay, I think they've settled now. Another break from Doggy. It's gonna be Spyrush on a mild recovery. Orange Juice, the one holding onto the FC for the Nevada side, being matched by Rhythmic RS on a little bit higher accuracy, but that break from Orange Juice is going to give a big lead to Carolina now. Rhythmic trades it, but still bigger recoveries on Lil Cookie and Abba. The only combo Nevada side Spyrush with 250.
Yeah, Carolina should be able to build up a bit of a lead here. It's basically Will Cookie's entire combo for free since Abba's matching Spyrush, so the lead will continue to grow. We're only a third of the way through here, mind you, so there is a lot of time to go in this one. Definitely by no means over, but Carolina will see what they can build up before any more breaks in this slightly easier section here, kind of middle third, and a little bit of break time as well.
Yeah, all players hitting the big square jump scare that comes out at you there. So, all players building up their combos a bit, just only assisting Carolina with these bigger recoveries. And Spyrush and Orange Juice both going to be breaking there. It's only Doggy versus a mountain of combo that Carolina has built up.
Will Cookie had that early break, and he's just settled in. His comfort level has clearly gotten where it needs to be on this pick. Abba and Rhythmic RS likewise. And not a lot to do for Nevada here except for watch. Gotta hold as best you can, but you really just need to be praying for your opponents to break. This map does not get a whole lot easier the rest of the way through, I do not believe. A lot of these somewhat trickier aim into slider patterning sections. You just have to be so consistent with it. There goes Orange Juice. And it's 300k lead. Don't know that there's much in this one for Nevada, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially as none of these Carolina players have broken in a while. Only a quarter map remaining. 500k lead for them and growing. It's only Doggy with the big combo in Nevada. Shout out to him. Rhythmic RS breaks, but too little time.
Yeah, not going to have much of an effect on the outcome here, especially with Orange Juice and Spyrush breaking. Doggy on a nice combo, but it's 1k plus on Will Cookie and Abba, so very well done for those members of Carolina who are going to end up with some pretty solid team scores overall. Everybody over 500k and continuing to grow into the ending. This is really a quite solid team score, I gotta say. They had a little bit of trouble early on, and they've had like 1 or 2 breaks since then, but Will Cookie going to end up with 900k plus, it looks like. I don't know exactly how much score is left in this ending. And Abba going to be near 800k as well. Just well done. Carolina known for their hidden prowess, and they do get a chance to display it here.
Yeah, and it kind of begs the question why Nevada left this one open over the other hiddens. The hidden one being slightly techier, the hidden 3 being that air 8 aim pick, leaving the reading open on the Fremont 1 as well. Just kind of interesting leaving the reading ones open.
I think it just didn't matter, quite frankly. And I don't say that to try to sound rude, but I think it didn't make a difference. I think there were like 4 maps that Nevada would have liked to ban, and you only have 2 of them. So it was just, we're going to lose all 3 hiddens and free mod 1. Let's just pick 2 of them to ban, and we'll lose the other 2 in peace. And maybe this was a better score for them than say hidden 1 or free mod 1. I think they were probably always banning hidden 3, the low AR pick. but it was just like we give ourselves a slightly better chance with Hidden 2 than we do with Hidden 1 or Free Mod 1, so or whatever the case may be, you know.
Yeah. But with the Hiddens out of the way, there's only 2 free mods remaining, the Free Mod 2, Free Mod 4. And I don't think either of them are particularly like heavily Carolina favored, so the hidden gaming may be over for the Carolina side. I don't see them opting into either of those.
Yeah, no, I think Carolina, I mean, they have their options here. They can opt into some tapping, or they can just opt into, I mean, they could even go something like the Nomad 3. If they wanted to. I don't know, like I've been saying, I don't know that there's a map in this pool that it feels like it's going to be terrible for them to pick, and they do have some like decent tapping ability. So if they have, you know, 2 players who are comfortable on something like the Nomad 4 or the DT1 or 2, like that's obviously just fine for them. But it is Nevada's pick first, and again, like, it's a struggle. It's the uphill battle. They went Nomad 2, which didn't work out very well, Free Mod 3, which is a gamble and didn't work out super well. You've got Nomad 1 if you want to gamble with that one. That's an option. I don't know if it's a great one, but it is an option if you want to continue gambling.
I believe in the high roll. They'll get it soon. It's DT1. What? That's crazy. I mean, I'm... Champ. There he is.
There's Champ. I don't know. 285 BPM Air 10.3. I mean, this is like kind of alty DT. It's not really speedy. I mean, it's high BPM, but like the most of it isn't like super raw speed. I don't know about picking DT into Carolina here personally, but again, it's like a situation where you just kind of pick what feels best, because it's maybe just a little bit more about vibes than it is about raw strategy.
Yeah, and in this one, Nevada is like, their DT1s are stronger than most teams. Just, is it stronger than Carolina's? Is it stronger than Rhythmic RS, you know? And Beaver, a pretty solid secondary. Doggy is in on everything. That's just their hold player. So waiting to see who Carolina is going to be putting in this third slot. Will Cookie not going to be playing this one. And I feel like that's a good strategy as well. Will Cookie has been top scoring a number of the maps played thus far.
Yeah, I feel like the strategy, as any team against Carolina, should always be to try to get Will Cookie out of the rosters as much as you possibly can, because their other third is almost guaranteed to be weaker than him. The question is, you know, is it going to be a little bit of a too little too late type of deal, considering you're already down 4-0 going into that strategy? Like, if they win this, yeah, it might give them options going forward, but does it matter at this point in the match? It's going to be the big question there, down a double break point already. But first they got to win it anyway, which isn't always easy, because Rhythmic RS is going to be good at this, and I think Shane and Abba should be pretty solid as well. So we'll have to see what the Nevada guys can do. You just want to get on the board at this point, right? Like, you don't want to, you just don't want to get swept. Like, I feel like that's the biggest thing here. Just avoid the sweep. I, for one, do not recommend getting your breakfast out of the medicine cabinet, by the way. Just in general, my professional, not so professional opinion.
Where else am I supposed to put the eggs?
Well, generally speaking, in the United States, you'll keep them in the refrigerator. I know there's a lot of places you don't have to do that, but here you gotta keep them cold. Gonna be early breaks from Beaver, and hey, it's Shane. So it's the trades early on. Accuracy in favor of Carolina, because Shane and Rhythmic RS were both at 99 through that intro, despite Abba down at 92.
Yeah, and that's gonna be another break for Beaver, having a hard time keeping up here. These DT1s thus far have been very high BPM. Champ actually going to be the second break on the Nevada side. Abba trading that out as well. It's Doggy versus Rhythmic RS now, with a big accolade on this Rhythmic score.
Yeah, this diff, I guess, is a little burstier than I remember it being. Even though I did the showcase, my brain was just, like, off for this section. That's Rhythmic RS against Doggy, but, man, that accuracy lead is just tremendous. Rhythmic RS so solid, 99 plus. He's able to just kind of single-handedly keep Nevada at bay here, realistically, just because of the act gap is giving so much.
Oh.
That is a break, though. Wait a second. This is going to go fast, by the way, into this ending. There is so much score left. That is going to be a really quick swing.
Yeah, and another break from ABBA. It's just the double recoveries. The only combo on the side of Carolina is Shane, who also has pretty solid act, but no match for this big 900 combo from Doggy. And will he close out the 92 FC? They do.
That is a 92 accuracy, full combo. No slider ends missed or anything. It's an A rank FC for Doggy, 942k. That's one way to win a map. I mean, like, good backing scores as well, right? 600k and 560k versus the 600k and 387k. ABBA really the one coming up a bit short there versus what Carolina would have needed. Rhythmic RS, obviously, with an FC, could have won them that. It would have been very, very close with how high his accuracy is. But I guess shoutouts Doggy 92 Hack FC, man. What more can you say?
Yeah, and they managed to get on the board. Well, good for them. They got their one off, but now it's time to kick it up. Try to pick it up more, and they did what I think they should not have done. They opted for the free mods. Just get Will Cookie back in.
Yeah, this is I think a pretty logical pick, if only just because your team feels like a pretty good free mod roster. You've got obviously a hidden preference player, and you've got somebody who can fill things on Hard Rock well. So this is another one where it's like you're trusting that Will Cookie's hidden score is going to be really, really good, and then your team will just support him well enough. I feel like that's kind of the approach for any Carolina pick in this sort of skill set. And I don't know, Nevada on the previous free mods has been like okay.
I just figured this free mod is more mechanics based. I wasn't sure if Will Cookie is like fine on the tapping on this one. But hopping in should be. This one going to be one of the harder maps in the pool, nearing 7 stars. 220 BPM, big high velocity sliders and bursts. And Champ gonna be sliding back out of the lobby. Orange Juice hopping in his place. As we await our third on the Carolina side.
That's traditionally just been Rhythmic RS as their third. It's been Will, Rhythmic, and ABBA for everything, or well, like what, 3 or 4 maps so far. Beaver Doggy and Orange Juice set. Come on, Carolina. I trust in you to get your third in. Oh, it's Shane.
I trust the vision. Hey, good lucks in the chat. We're excited to see these mods here. It's gonna be Will Cookie obviously on the hidden. ABBA gonna be on the Hard Rock once more. Beaver opposite with the Hard Rock. Doggy gonna be in for the hidden. Spyrosh probably just getting a bit speed kept on this one to fill the hidden as usual. But early goings, and immediately they have double the score for Mac advantage.
Yeah, Beaver had an early break as well. Doggy following it up, and that act tremendously gapped once more. Actually, I mean, it's not even that bad, right? It's 96, 96, 95, 96 on the bottom row, but Will Cookie versus Beaver on that top row. Yeah, bit of a diffy there, unfortunately. So the break from ABBA. You do have even-ish combo of Will Cookie, Shane, Beaver, Orange Juice, just a little behind on Beaver, but that accuracy difference of 7%. It's going to be noticeable, especially with Orange Juice breaking there, as does Beaver. All right, my bad, guys.
as we head into our big triple section here. Everyone on the Carolina side holding minus ABBA on the Hard Rock, which is fine. This is like 7.6 stars with Hard Rock or something crazy. Very hard map, and Nevada having a hard time keeping up. Carolina's going to be running away with this one, stalking that match point in this pick.
Yeah, this was just another solid pick here from Carolina. They've looked really good on all of their own choices. Just, it feels like they know what they're good at relative to their opponents here, and they're performing well on those maps, in addition to, you know, them being advantaged on paper. And when you get that kind of combination of factors, it's just not a great opportunity for the other team. There is a double break. It's Will Cookie, ABBA both falling, but Beaver Orange Juice as well. And hey, it's Shane coming in strong on the Nomad for this, holding the FC still through the 2/3 mark. And that lead 400k not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Just going to be a matter of whether or not Shane can maybe pull off an FC. The ending of this pretty difficult, and there it goes. Misaims that triple.
Yeah, top left corner triple. So it goes. All combos down for Carolina, but not before nearly doubling the, or all combos down for everyone, but not before doubling Nevada's scoreline here almost in the ending. And very strong pick for them as they hop into match point. Just need one more on the board, Nevada to hold. Yeah,
this was a brutal affair here. Let's see if I don't know if Nevada's even going to reach 1 million points combined, unfortunately. I feel like the quarterfinals pool kind of separates the men from the boys, sadly. In many cases, you will find maps that teams are just incredibly uncomfortable with, and Nevada not even able to get to 1 million, sadly. It's sub 400k on all three members. And an S rank on Will Cookie. Did have the slider break in the middle. I believe a couple more slider breaks at the end, but backed up by the 558k from Hey It's Shane. Also quite solid. ABBA just here for the Hard Rock vibes, because Hard Rock in this, as you said, is really, really difficult. You can't expect great Hard Rock scores on this map, and you did not get them on either side. Very similar, 3k apart for the two HR players. But as mentioned, it's going to be Carolina with the 5-1 lead. Nevada's got to hold and break and hold and break and hold and break just to try to force a tiebreaker. So not a great scenario for them, but they did win their last pick on the DT1, so maybe they can take something away from that.
Yeah, Champ is going to be back in the lobby, so I would imagine another DT pick is on the horizon for them. There it is, DT2 gonna be the big one for Nevada, trying to get second one on the board. Carolina's match point's gonna be very, so much of a struggle to stay in this one, especially against a team that you don't expect to be in the loser's bracket. This Georgia roster just taking out the number 9 and number 8 in dominant fashion, and now Nevada's got the short end of the stick.
Yeah, I was talking about that at the beginning of this match. Really just an unfortunate sort of situation, because Nevada is a reasonably strong team, and you can see the potential there, and when you compare them to some of the other teams in losers bracket, I think there's definitely matchups that would have been a lot better for them. But Carolina just stronger than you'd expect a team in this stage to be. But after winning the DT1, you know, a little bit of confidence in their own picks to opt into another kind of tapping focused map in this DT2, 260 BPM, 10.3 as well. Plenty of bursts and slightly longer streams, so I would have normally picked this as something Carolina would want to opt into, but Nevada going back-to-back DTs says that maybe they're more confident and comfortable with this skill set than you would have anticipated.
Yeah, going back to the roster drawing board here for Carolina is Miles is smiling somewhere. Mommy Zone being picked.
Beaver asking, so when did the Carolinas combine? They've basically always been combined. I know there's been like 1 year where it was a slight bone of contention between like the communities from the two Carolinas, but generally speaking, it's historically always been the Carolinas together, because one or the other of them just does not get enough signups. North Carolina had 11 signups this year, but I think South only had 3. So
we gotta start booking up these state servers. We almost didn't make 32. Puerto Rico had to fill in.
I know. This year was weird. We had no Ohio team, no Iowa team, and then like some others that have had teams in the past also disappeared. We've had an Arkansas team in the past. I think didn't have one of those this year. We've had I think we've had both. One time we've had an Alaska team. One time we've had a Hawaii team. Neither of those had a team this year. So just a little rough going, unfortunately, but we made it. Shout outs to Puerto Rico, giving us a territory team for the first time ever, actually. In we go. It's early break from Doggy in that first couple hundred combo before this initial PI hits. Abba's going to trade it out. Beaver's going to be the next to fall. You're down to just Champ against Rhythmic and Shane, and those are two guys I would not want to be trying to match on a pick like this, generally speaking.
Yeah, and again, the story of this one being holding the combo, but the act difference is staggering. A 7% against Rhythmic and Shane, as Shane nears 99 as well. Abba filling out this third spot good enough. Their recovery score being higher than 2 of the players on the Nevada side, and already nearly 300k lead for them.
Yeah, this could get pretty one-sided here, depending on what happens in the next about quarter of the map. It's another break from Beaver. Shane will trade it out, however, so you've got a 2v2 there. Rhythmic RS on the FC against Champ, but Champ goes down, and again, that giant active, 99 against 93. Not going to be doing Nevada any favors, and that might be about it for them. A quarter of the map left to go. Rhythmic RS still on the FC, does finally break in this tricky section. Doggy holding on, but Abba, Doggy held. I don't think he's got, unfortunately, enough score to make up.
Yeah, but very impressive there. That's far and away the hardest part of this map, and nailing it. Unfortunately, missing right after, but as it happens oh so commonly. Carolina, though, 500k in the lead, and gonna be closing this match out with a 6-1. Glad to see Nevada get their one on the board, but it was always gonna be the Carolina show, unfortunately, with the seed difference like this.
Yep, Carolina always the favorite in this matchup, and they performed like it. Nevada, good showing as best they could. Did, as you mentioned, put that point on the board, but Carolina too strong. And they will be advancing onward through the losers bracket into the losers round 3, eliminating Nevada in the process. Carolina will await the winner of the later match between Michigan and Kansas. That one's in 3 hours. No, excuse me, that one's in I think 5 hours. Something like that, 4 or 5 hours. And then winner that plays winners of those matches play tomorrow. Should be good. Carolina looking strong. I think they're favored against either Michigan or Kansas, but that's why you play the matches, because on paper it doesn't say everything.
Yeah, and both teams playing a great one. Carolina will be surely a force to be reckoned with. Carolina-Kansas will be a fun match. Or has Michigan-Kansas happened? I'm sorry.
No, that's later. That one's in like 4 hours. It's either it's at, I want to say it's at 7 Eastern. Yeah, that one's at 23 UTC.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that'll be a fantastic match. I'm interested to see how they fare against Carolina, though. Carolina's a strong, high-seeded team, but very much a specialist team, and definitely has some openings there. But I think that'll be it from us.
yeah, we will be ending there. So congratulations, Carolina. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Shout outs as well to Rob last minute setting up the stream because we had freaking no one available when the other match went an hour and a half for one match. So shout out to Rob for getting in clutch to stream. And we will see you guys in a few hours back over on the A stream. It'll be Michigan versus Kansas at 23 UTC. That's 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time. That'll be followed up by the next match in losers right after as well, Oregon versus Connecticut. So several more matches to come tonight to finalize out our potentials for tomorrow, which will also be when more of the winners bracket matches take place as well. But for now, thank you again for watching. Thank you, Hubba, for being here. I've been this one guy. Thank you all, and we will see you on the other side in a few hours as round of quarterfinals round continues onward.
See you then.